Hi, welcome to my video on circles and chords number 3. I decided to make up an extra question just to bring home this unit on chords, or these videos on chords. And again, I always like to make up a question where you're going to have more math involved. Here we go. O is the center of a circle. F, T, and H lie on the circumference of the circle. The radius OT perpendicular to the chord FH at K. OK is 5x plus 1. FK is x squared plus 3. KH is 2x plus 6. Find the length of HT as a radical in simplest form. So we have a circle. So we draw a circle. And it says the points are on the circumference of the circle. So are the points in this order? Is T between F and H as it says here? But we don't have to. We got to make sure. So let's read. It says O is the center. So let's make O the center. So OT is perpendicular to the chord FH. So if FH is right here, that's FH perpendicular to it. So there's FH. So O, it says OT is perpendicular to this chord at K. So perpendicular at K. So that means that T must be between F and H. And so if this radius coming from O to T, T must be between these two. There's the perpendicular. And this is the K value right here. So if you did it this way, so if I did an F and then an H and I put, let's say, T right here, so here's the chord, here's the center. So if I drew the radius of OT, OT wouldn't be perpendicular to the chord. So T has to be between, on the circumference between F and H. And it says find the length of HT. So that means I have to join these two. So I got to find the length of HT. So how do we go about doing it? Well, OK is 5x plus 1. And HK, right here, that's x squared plus 3. And KH is 2x plus 6. So how are we going to use the information? So again, we have a perpendicular. So we have, this is a perpendicular right here. So KTH is a right triangle. And if we join these up right here, OKH is a right triangle. So we have to use these binomials to work this out. Because OT or OK is perpendicular to FH, that means that this bisects, so FH is cut into two equal pieces, so KF equals KH, so KF is equal to KH. That means that KF is x squared plus 3 is equal to 2x plus 6, because this is a bisector. A segment drawn from the center perpendicular to a chord bisects the chord. So we got a quadratic that we got to solve. So x squared minus 2x plus 6 plus 3 minus 6 equals 0. So x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. Quadratic. Hopefully it's factorable. If not, quadratic formula. X squared is x and x. Factors of 3 are 3 and 1. Product is negative 3. Sum is negative 2. So I have to have a negative 3 plus 1. Product is negative, so it's got to be plus and minus. But the larger number, or the bigger number, which is 3, has to have the negative. So x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. Means x is equal to 3, or x is equal to negative 1. So we have two possibilities. So we have to check out the triangle. So we have to check out this triangle here, the C. Let's check. Let's check on the triangle O. We're checking on the triangle OKH. When x is 3, so this is, that's a 5 times 3 plus 1. So this is a 16. And this is 2x plus 6. So we got a 3. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 6 is 12. So that's okay. We can use the Pythagorean to pick up this side. And how about if we check the negative 1 on this same triangle? And so we try negative 1. So 5x plus 1 is 5 times negative 1 is negative 5 plus 1. So that's a negative 4. And put negative 1 here. We get negative 2 plus 6 is 4. So again, not because it's negative. Because it made this side of the triangle negative, I can't use it. Because sometimes in math, even though this number is negative, it can work. You don't always throw it away because the x is negative. It's because it made the side negative. So we can't use that. So this is the triangle we're dealing with. So let's call this another letter. Let's call this H. And let's go right here. So we have c squared is a squared plus b squared. So h squared is the hypotenuse. 16 squared plus 12 squared, a and b. 16 squared is 256. 12 squared is 144. H squared, if you add them together, you get 400. So h is equal to plus or minus the square root of 400. So h is plus or minus 20. And because it's dealing with a length, so h is 20. So we have a 20 into this triangle. So that means if this is 20 and this is the radius, that means OT is 20. So we have OH is equal to OT is equal to 20 because they're radii. But OT is equal to OK plus KT. So OT, which is this segment here, is made up of OK and KT. So OT is 20. OK is 16. So KT is 20 minus 16 is KT. So KT comes out to be a 4. So KT is 4. So we put a 4 right here. And we have a 12 right here. So let's reproduce this triangle like we have it there. Let's do it this way, just like we see it, only larger. So there's the right angle, there's the K, there's the H, and there's the T. So K, H, T. So this is 12, and this is 4, and we got to find TH. And so let's call it a different letter, ABC. Let's call it a D, different letter. So C squared is A squared plus B squared. So the hypotenuse is D. The legs are 4 squared and 12 squared. And so D squared is 16 plus 144. And so D squared, when you add that up, 1644 is 160. So D is plus or minus the square root of 160. And the square root of 160, as you can see, is 16 times 10. So that means that is plus or minus square root of 16 is 4, and with a root 10. So D is positive, so it's 4 root 10. So that means HT is 4 root 10. As a radical in simplest form. Again, if you take the 160 and break it down, you could take the 160, and if you've seen 16, but if you didn't, you could take 4 times 40. break that down. So 40 is 4 times 10. So I see a perfect square 4 there. So there's 2 4s there, so take 1. So it's 4 root 10. So that's the exact value of HT. Again, more math, excellent problem in working out the Pythagorean, working out radicals, etc., etc., etc. And that brings us to the end of the video. And again, if you like my video, click on the like button. And if you want to be a subscriber, click on the subscribe button. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content of my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Just one word. Thank you for viewing my video. I hope the video was of some help to you. Bye-bye.